Hey, what's up guys? My name is Gene, I'm JAXTWIN, and on this channel we talk tech. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing to stay up to date when I drop new videos every week. Now in today's video, we're going to be talking about my experience with the Z Fold over about a week or two. Some of the things I learned, some of the things that I found out about the phone that I didn't realize after a while. Now I would have done this video a while back, but I felt like I was cheating you guys. Every single time that I went to go drop the video, I learned something new about the phone. I learned something, which was great, which was great to find out, but it's like you're learning all these little things over time, and I also wanted to obviously bring you the best review that I could on, especially from an Apple user like myself, so that's partly why this video took so long. So why don't we go out and get the specs right out of the way. This phone comes in two sizes, 256 and 512. It also comes in three colors, Phantom Black, Phantom Green, and Silver. And at the time of this video, the phone cost $1,700 or $1,800. However, eligible discounts are available, such as education discounts, first responder discounts, government discounts, employee discounts, and the military. And to start off, let's talk about what you get out of the box. Right out of the box, you get the Galaxy Z Fold 5G itself. You do get the data cable, and you also get the injector pen. Now, looking at this phone, the phone measures diagonally at 7.6 inches in full rectangular and 7.4 accounting for the rounded edges. The actual viewing area is smaller due to the rounded corners. When closed, the screen measures at 6.2 inches. Now, the screen itself is sporting a AMOLED 2X, which is 2208 by 1768, and the cover screen itself is 2268 by 832, and the weight of the phone is 271 grams. Now, this camera is rocking the Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 octa-core chip, max refresh rate of 120 hertz, and that's adaptive refresh on both the main and the cover. Now, as far as cameras, on the rear camera we have the 12 megapixel wide, 12 megapixel ultra wide, and a 12 megapixel telephoto. And on the front of the camera we have a 10 megapixel and a 4 megapixel front camera. For battery itself, we have a 4400 milliamp battery, and in terms of the memory itself, we have a 12 gigabyte in terms of the memory. Now, what I ended up picking up was the 256. And I also was able to try out the S Pen with a cover that I bought from Best Buy. So why don't we go ahead and talk about my initial reaction. So if you guys watch one of my last videos, you'll notice that I was geeking out over this phone. That's partly because I haven't used a Samsung device in a very long time now. The first one I did end up using was the S21 Ultra, and then I tried the Z Flip, and then I tried the Z Fold. Now the Z Fold was the Z Fold is probably the most compelling out of the three, primarily because it helped solve one issue that I've always had. In the past, I've always wanted to buy an iPad, and obviously if I'm on the road or I'm at the gym, it's nice to have a secondary computer or secondary screen with me. Now, the screen itself is gorgeous. When compared to the iPhone, the screen's brighter, the screen's sharper, the colors are just more saturated. Every single time I open it, I feel like I'm getting a very awesome experience. That's what this phone gives you. It gives you such an immersive experience in terms of content consumption. Now, I've played games on this, I've tried drawing on it using the S Pen that I bought at Best Buy, and let me tell you, this has been amazing. Now, the screen itself is like, I can't even put it into words, and this is just coming from an iPhone. Secondly is obviously the form factor. Part of buying this phone was to be able to use it, if I need it. But I found myself opening it up, and I found myself taking in that Android experience more and more. Now, between iOS and Android, there is quite a bit of a difference between both of them. I do think that when considered what you want from the phone, it's very, very difficult to explain the Android experience and the iOS experience. Whenever somebody asks me about what's it like, I always use this analogy. I always compare Apple to being driven in a nice car compared to driving a very fast car, being allowed to drive a very fast car. That's the way that I've always been able to kind of differentiate them. Depends on how much control you want of the car. Some people actually prefer to be driven, and some people actually like to drive their way. That's kind of my experience. This basically solved the problem for me, and that is why I'm considering switching to the Z Fold from my Apple device. I'm still on the fence about it. One reason that this phone is probably not going to be on a lot of people's buy radar right now is due to the price. It is super pricey, and if you wait a little bit longer, the phone will drop in price. I feel like you're better off just waiting a little bit. And then for the enthusiasts like myself, go ahead and spend it if you have it. You're definitely gonna get probably one of the best phones out there right now. Now, that is my experience using the phone over the past week. There's just so much about the phone. It's like when you get a new phone, there's just so much that you have to dive into. A lot of it is due to the Android experience. There's little stuff in the software that I'm like, why didn't Apple do this? Why didn't Apple do that? Why didn't Apple do this? Why didn't Apple do that? And it just, it just has me thinking to myself, maybe I should consider trying something else. Now, before I make that choice, obviously the iPhone 13 and the iPhone 13 Pro Max is coming out, both. I've got my pre-order in, so I'm hoping that I get to check those out. And obviously we have the Z Flip with that video coming out pretty soon. But that's pretty much the video, guys. I am loving this phone. I would have done this video a long time ago. I don't like to hold on to something and not tell you guys about it. But every single time I felt like I was cheating you guys by not doing it. So, but that's the video, guys. Please leave your comments down below. And what do you guys think? For those that do have the Samsung Z Fold, what's something that you actually love about the phone that I missed that I didn't cover on this video? And for those that are kind of thinking about buying the phone, what's stopping you from buying the phone? So, but that's pretty much the video, guys. I really want to thank you guys for subscribing. Again, if you are new to my channel, my name is Gene. I'm JAXTWIN, and on this channel we talk tech. Definitely leave your comments down below, man. This is such a compelling phone. Probably one of the first phones that I've tried that I'm really at this point where I'm like, what are we doing here? I just felt like it's just time to kind of push the technology. But thank you for watching. Comments down below. And as always, until my next video, peace.